Marquette, 55% save percentage in 9 games in 2021. Played 3 games last year for the Sharks. And at the X, probably the biggest new face for Monmouth. It is Ethan Cronk who's going to get the first shot. The junior transfer from Colgate, trying to replace Matt Sutar. We're underway. Lacrosse season officially beginning. And it's the Sharks who get possession for Shaun Hill, the sophomore, at the X for LIU. A perfect placement on the shot to beat Sean Richard. And the first goal on this new turf. Beautiful looking field here at Kessler Stadium. The big change being at midfield Richard, as the Hawks take a 2-0 lead. And it's going to be a face-off by committee situation for Monmouth all year. This time it was Will Hohn Jr. who got his crack at it, the freshman from Pennsylvania. Pulled the Sharks back within 1. And a face-off violation on Hill. We'll give it back to Monmouth. But Gorman gives it away. Couple turnovers we've seen. And this one was nicely intercepted. Nerves from Gorman in the first 5 minutes or so. We talked about a couple turnovers. He dropped a pass, airmailed one back the other way as Hohn wins the face-off for Monmouth. But he is not shy in letting it fly. Spent 1 season at Marquette before coming back home. Played his high school ball at Don Bosco Prep. Hails from Ramsey, New Jersey. 30 seconds on the man up, and LIU converts on their first opportunity to make it a 3-2 game with 1:11 to go in the opening quarter. Cronk back at the X for Monmouth, and he wins it cleanly. Looks to go to the cage, and he answers! Just 6 seconds after LIU cut it to 1, Ethan Cronk takes it to the house. And it's a 4-2 Monmouth lead with just over a minute to play here in the opening quarter. And it's the first career Monmouth goal for Cronk, the Colgate transfer, in his junior season. His loose ball scooped up by Caffarelli, thought about letting it rip, and it cost him as he was met by immediate traffic. And La Calandra goes the other way. Tries to find Bowl, but it's picked off by Quigg. Fires it inside. Caffarelli all alone, and he scores! Caffarelli, Dundas, McCray, and Ethan Cronk, who's at the X as well, make up the 5 goals for Monmouth. And a violation this time on Anthony DiMatteo. That was an area of weakness for LIU a season ago at the face-off X. Just 45. But this one is won by DiMatteo importantly. Tries to get rid of it, able to get into the path of Ramsey. Look to improve this season. Scored on their man up earlier, but they were just 21% a season ago on the man advantage, and they gave up face-off up for grabs. And this one is going LIU's way. Terrence Lacewell thought bowl of preseason All-MAC honoree. And a violation on DiMatteo. That's been a real bright spot for Monmouth. Ethan Cronk, phenomenal at the X thus far today. And the penalties from Monmouth are killing them right now. Certainly keeping the Sharks in the game, because at even strength, they've been the far better team. We'll see what the call is. Not a push. They're going to say Regan fell out of the box before the push happened. So Monmouth will get it as Terrence Lacewell will run between 4 defenders and find Schneider. That's sophomore to sophomore on that occasion. And the Jersey native has a first half hat trick in his Monmouth debut. And another violation on LIU. I think that's the 5th or 6th violation at the X for LIU in this half. Got to be frustrating to give away possessions. Areas that I consider the trenches. If you can win in all 3 of those areas, you're not going to lose many ball games. And Monmouth certainly taking care of that in the first half. As Cronk wins the faceoff underway here in the second half. He gets it to Gorman. As the Hawks will get so they've yet to put the penalty on the board, but it's certainly a man-up face-off.
It's a 1-minute penalty for a legal body check.
For Monmouth, Jacob Arato gets whistled for the illegal body check. It's a big face-off, and it's picked up by Monmouth. Nicely done by Hayden Chester, who had a strong first half, couple takeaways, couple ground balls. And now Monmouth can get set on the extra man. And part of the struggles have been they have not been able to get possession a ton. It's been all Ethan Cronk at the X for Monmouth. And Cronk wins another one. Somehow he was able to keep it in his stick for a moment, and now it pops into the path of Lance Martineau. So another face-off win for Monmouth. They've won all 3 now here in the afternoon. So him and Gorman now with 3 apiece. And that alone is the difference in the game. A 6-goal advantage for Monmouth here over LIU. It started on the defensive end. However, and they have not and just snuck it through the legs of Richard. And a violation on LIU as Ethan Cronk continues to dominate the X. It's been make it, take it this entire second half. First of the season for Van Borgen, who does have an assist to go with it this afternoon. And another face-off win for Ethan Cronk, who has just been phenomenal today. They have come ready here. And the penalties just continue to kill Monmouth today. 4 man-up goals for LIU. And a huge face-off now coming for Cronk. And it was tied up by Shaun Hill. Nicely done by LIU. And they now have 30 seconds to go on this man advantage. And that's going to result in an LIU timeout. They only had 15 total man-up goals. They're a third of the way there. And we haven't even played 4 quarters yet. Will Hahn at the X for Monmouth. He was able to bat it loose initially. And Monmouth wins the ground ball. They were man down the whole ground ball for some reason. The penalty had expired. No one came on the field. As Gorman races away from traffic. A 12-8 game, a quick 3-0 spurt to start the 4th from the... So 13-8, 11:04 to play. And Hohn has taken the last couple draws for Monmouth. And this one looks like it's going to be a hold. Somehow this is going LIU's way. I think they got that call wrong, to be completely honest with you. It looked like, from my vantage point, that Hayden Chester had his stick held down. So Cronk back at the X for Monmouth. Every draw big down the stretch here. A nice job by Shaun Hill. He wins it cleanly. As he continues his strong afternoon. Three goals, 2 assists, and a face-off violation on Hill. That feels like a killer, as now Monmouth can run 80 seconds. Definitely want to run time, but don't want to take yourself out of the flow of the offense if you're Monmouth. If there's an opportunity to attack, you go. And a big one to just add a little more breathing room for Monmouth. And you feel like that one could be the dagger. Hill wins another face-off. Loses it control, however, and it's picked up by Lacewell. Boy, has Terrence Lacewell been really good today.